And welcome back to Tabletop Goodness. Today, we're looking at a game that is equal parts racing game and not a racing game at all. It's got drafting, variable player powers, and some of the most unique, graphic design choices I've seen in a while. And where else will you see bananas trying to overtake huge babies while outsmarting a rocket scientist? Well, we're looking at Magical Athlete by Takashi Ishida, and this, relatively unknown game designer called Richard Garfield. Jokes aside, he's the designer of Magic the Gathering, Netrunner, Keyforge, Mindbug, and many, many others. Magical Athlete is a re-implementation of its namesake from 2003, but as Richard Garfield said in his designer diary on BGG, which I'll link for you, quote, I have been a fan of the original Magic Athlete since I first played it over 20 years ago. While most of the games I was playing at the time were becoming more and more skill testing and deterministic, MA was a game that was just fun and unpredictable, filled with emergent gameplay and unexpected combinations. So you can see why I was immediately intrigued by this game. I ordered it directly from CMYK Games, which even offered shipping from the EU, so if that's where you live, this is great news, and no, this was not sponsored in any way. I've heard a lot of people rave about games like Camel Up, for example, or Hot Streak before. I did not have the chance to play Hot Streak yet, but I actually heavily disliked Camel Up. This might be an unpopular opinion, but for me it was just, straight up boring. So having a game that has all kinds of game and rule-breaking mechanics was like offering me Camel Up-like mechanics, but cranked up to 3000. So let's check out the components. Rules and an incredibly wild turn example. Before we look at that absolutely wacky rulebook, let's look at the wooden meeples and the game board. There's one double-sided racetrack here, you'll play each side alternatingly, and a total of 36 characters that you'll be drafting 4 from. 4 per player, that is. And you can play with 2 to 6 players. As you can see, there's so many combinations to be had, and we got character cards as well, detailing their abilities, 6 dice and various victory points. Okay, but what's the point of the game? There are a total of 4 laps, and each lap you're trying to score victory points with your drawn character. The player with the most victory points at the end of the 4th lap wins. Simple enough. And the rules themselves are easily explained on a board game night. Perfect for getting that game out quickly. I really appreciate the rulebook here. Let's check it out. It says, Magical Athlete is a racing game of pure chaos. Roll a die and move your racer that many spaces. But all the racers have wacky game-breaking abilities, like the Leap Toad here, which skips spaces with other racers on them, or the Centaur, which kicks characters back if they overtake them. And this stretchy guy called Legs can just move 5 spaces instead of rolling a die. Well, after each player drafted their characters, or after everyone selected the favorites, but I really do have to say the element of randomness adds loads of fun, the game starts and it's as easy as rolling your die. Roll it, move that many spaces. That's your so-called main move. After you're done, the next player moves. If a power of your character says you can use it, it's optional. If it doesn't, it's mandatory. Easy. And this is where it can actually get totally absurd. I mean, let's look at one turn example. Let's say we got the Romantic, Banana, and Scoocher. Romantic rolls F5 for the main move. They pass Scoocher and Banana. Banana's power says, I trip any racer that passes me. That means Romantic has to skip the next main move. We'll put the Romantic sideways to indicate that. Scoocher's card says, when another racer's power happens, I move 1. Look at how excited Scoocher gets since Banana's power activated, so Scoocher moves 1 space. Now, Banana and Scoocher are on the same field. Even though Romantic is tripped, his powers can still activate, and his card says, when anyone stops on a space with exactly 1 other racer, I move 2. So, Romantic moves 2 more. But since Romantic activated his ability, Scoocher activates 1 more time, moving 1, leaving the Banana behind. And since passing requires the move to start behind another racer and not from the same space, he's now clear of Banana's ability. Well, clear for now, that is. And that's how crazy a simple turn can get. I absolutely love how hilarious and unpredictable all of this is. It's total mayhem. And it's total mayhem for everyone, not just one character. And some character combinations are even more quirky than what I just showed you. So yeah, it's a box load of fun. We've had so many genuine laughs and oh my gosh moments. Our kid loved it as well. And at the end of the day, that's what it's about for me. Good, hilarious, family fun. Highly recommendable. And with that, see you again next time on Tabletop Goodness.